Heart failure and heart attacks are two of the most common complications of heart disease. Is there any hope for changing this trend, which takes so many of our loved ones from our arms? We find out more about this disease from Marie-Therese Bernard in this segment of Health Check.
Heart disease is the most lethal illness in this country, according to cardiologist Dr. Pravind Ramuttar. He says we need a range of tactics to battle it.
Heart disease is the leading cause of death, and it has been the leading cause of death for about 20 years. Statistics published by the Institute of Health Metrics and Evaluation, University of Washington, show that from 2009 to 2019, ischemic heart disease was not only the leading cause of death, but it was also showed an increase by 22%.
Dr. Ramuttar says there are several factors that make the disease so deadly.
Risk factors for heart disease. It's the lifestyle diseases, high blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol, cigarette smoking, sedentary lifestyle, and obesity.
He says over 20 years ago, we interacted differently with our environment.
In the years before that, and data internationally showed that our lifestyle was different in that we did more activity. We have now, become more sedentary in that we're doing more office-based jobs, etc. Whereas before we were probably doing a lot more professions that required a lot more activity. Our modes of transport was different. Nowadays, we know everybody is moving about with motorized vehicles, whereas before we were probably doing a lot more walking, maybe a lot more riding.
Dr. Ramuttar says the way to change the tide is to increase knowledge about our bodies through regular checkups.
We have to become aware that there's a risk, and we should try to identify if we are at risk. And so that awareness comes from us knowing our own situation, go and getting checked for diabetes, monitoring our high blood pressure, knowing what our ideal body weight is, getting an assessment of how much activity we do. There are apps on your phone, for instance, that you can check your activity and number of steps.
He also believes that targeting children with information about heart health can be effective. Other countries have tried this approach, including Japan.
They have a rigid screening program where they go into the primary school and they screen the kids for obesity, they actually screen for diabetes and so on at that very age. And they pick up, in that very young age group, they do pick up children with diabetes, etc.
This medical practitioner is calling on everyone to pay close attention to their heart health. Marie-Therese Bernard for Health Check.